let's just sew whatever. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be cutting out the Esme crossbody bag from Bagstock Designs. This pattern came out a couple weeks, months, days, years. I have no idea at this point. Time is soup. But it came out a little while ago and it really caught my eye. I think it's a beautiful size crossbody. So I'm excited to make it. I'm using waterproof cotton for my lining fabric. I think that'll be a nice, soft yet stable material. I am using this mid-weight luxe vinyl from my website. It is Castleton Green, and it's not a perfect match, but I really like it together. And then I have the exterior vinyl that is also a mid-weight luxe vinyl that matches. So these are the materials I'm using. I might use black nickel hardware, something like that, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and start with cutting out my lining. I don't normally do that, but I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. So I went ahead and cut and taped all of my pieces, and I've kind of stacked them into little piles so that I know what is what. And then we also have a cutting chart over here. Why am I yelling? I feel like I'm yelling. We have a cutting chart here that I can kind of go down the line. I have used packing tape to create a dry erase surface so that I can use it again and again without making marks and having to erase or anything. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. This print is really not a directional print, so it's kind of nice. I've got a little chunk over here I think I'll start with for my flap pieces to lining. I don't need to interface like any of my lining pieces. It's already got a nice weight to it. And I should be able to use my rotary cutter since it's a nice curve. Like it's not too jagged of a curve. This is our flap lining. I think we might need to interface this with like a fusible fleece. So I'm just gonna put that in the pile there. And then when I'm done with my pattern pieces, they're gonna be clipped to this little binder folder slip thing. This one's too big, so I just clip it to the exterior, but I like lately putting all my pattern pieces in that. One of these days I'm gonna organize this bin full of patterns and make sure they're all like that. But that was my flap lining. And I love having the cutting chart. I think it's kind of like crossing items off of a to-do list, and it's very satisfying to be like, got it. Okay, there is a pocket facing, which this is really, really ignorant of me, but as I was looking through the pattern, I was like, oh, a pocket facing is kind of like a zipper overlay, but not. Like it serves the same purpose. Because I used to be like, I'm not putting a pocket facing, it's fine, but anyway. So anything that uses a pocket facing, you could say, well, I think I'd rather just use an overlay and cut it out of vinyl and make it look really pretty. But if you're not great with overlays, you can do a pocket in a very, very similar way without the raw edges. Okay. So interior zipper pocket facing. I don't need any woven interfacing on that. So we can move along. There are pattern pieces included for almost every square and rectangle. I am just a really big fan of rulers, especially since I have so many pretty ones. So I'm using my 8.5 by 8.5 ruler to cut out my pocket lining pieces. And I can keep these with that facing and clip everything together. Dang, I just cut that a little shorter, but I think it'll be okay. Just won't have as much seam allowance on that piece. I think it's fine. So there's that. Okay. So I'm kind of looking at the top of our cutting list and looking just in the lining row, and I see I need my exterior front slip pocket. So I'm gonna look through my pieces and figure out where that is. Is it measurements? Yes, okay. I was like, wait, what is happening? Okay. And then I can write the pattern piece is D. And that is my lining. I don't need any woven interfacing. So now we can continue to move down. And we've got our gusset. Here we go. And this is on the fold, but if you're using a directional fabric, she does give instructions on how to kind of change that. But this fabric is not directional at all, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it on the fold. Coming all the way to the edge. And this does get interfaced, I think. Either this one or the exterior. Probably the exterior, so I'll put that there, and then I'll put this in my exterior pile. And I'll mark that we've cut one gusset. Then we have our main lining here. And we need 2 of these pieces, and luckily this piece is not on the fold. So this will be really easy to just fold in half and line this up. And then we can cut through both layers at the same time. That is my lining, and I know that I'm probably going to need my centers marked. So while I'm here, go ahead and crease that. Just make a little snip. Cut 2 lining. All right, so that is everything on that first page. I don't need this lining piece anymore. So I'll go ahead and clip that together. Let's see, interior slip pocket. Part of me wonders if this might be, I don't think it'll be thick, but might have more bulk than maybe was intended with this waterproof cotton. So I might end up, if it's not already in the pattern, I did look through and I don't think I saw it, but I might cut a little overlay piece and put wrong sides together. And then there'll be like a little strip of vinyl covering the top. I think that'll be really pretty, especially since I'm not doing the vinyl overlay for the zipper pocket. And normally I like to do that to bring like a little hint of the exterior to the inside of the bag. I think it looks really nice. And then I want to make sure that I've got a really nice straight edge on the top of this pocket. And it wavers just a little bit here, so I'm just gonna use my rotary cutter really quick. And then like I said, I'm gonna create that little bound edge, so I'm just gonna tape these together really quick for later. The pocket's going to be a little bit taller than expected, but I'm not concerned with that because I think it'll be way too cute. So we're going to cut a 1" by 11" strip. Again, if it's not already part of the pattern. Okay, it doesn't look like it, so I'm just going to add a little piece here and put slip pocket accent. And in the exterior, I will put 1" by 11". Okay. Doot. Okay, main zipper closure. I'm going to do that out of all vinyl because 2 layers of this, once you fold it, is going to be pretty stiff, or I should say bulky. But my vinyls are going to have structure without needing the interfacing and without creating way too much bulk. Slip pocket M. So I think that is all we need of our lining. So I'll go ahead and fold this and put it away. I need to clean up that pile so bad. It's fine. Crossbody strap. Okay. So I'm not using fabric, so I can just cross that off so it doesn't fog up my brain. But I think if I can, I really want to do a double-sided strap. Yeah, I should be able to. So I'm going to cut 3 inches wide. Nope. I'm going to cut 2" wide and a 1.5 wide. So I'll make this my accent. So this will be 1.5, and I'll cut 2" wide of the other. And in the instructions, she says that you can also use 3/4 inch wide hardware if 1 inch feels too wide for the bag. So you have options. Okay, there's that. And I will fold and tape this later, but we're just gonna mark the center, fold those in. And then before I get too far in cutting out the rest of this bag, I'll go ahead and cut this too. You could also just use webbing for your strap if you prefer, or you could do webbing and a vinyl accent. That would still look really cute. But that is our strap. Boop. And then we've got connector. Connector? I hardly know her. Just trying to see if I have any scraps. Woohoo! Oh, dang. All right, never mind. It's a mess under there. Okay, 2 connectors. 2. And again, this is for 1 inch hardware. And she does include instructions if you want to use bridge connectors or something to that effect. Which would look really, really fancy. These need to be interfaced, so I'm going to set those on my heat press for now. And then I can grab some Decaville light scraps in a little bit. Okay, main zipper closure. We can go ahead and cut that out while we're here. And then I still need to plan what fabric is going to go where. 9. Okay, so this will be the top of my zipper closure, and then I'll have the other fabric as the bottom. Be cute. It does say that this is interfaced, but I am choosing not to interface. So I'm gonna cross that out, and then I'm not going to stabilize. I think that's good. And then I'll put that I need to cut 2 of that zipper closure. All right, so now we can move back to the front page and work on our exterior front left and right. I think I'm imagining that the left and right is solid and the flap is solid. The back bottom is the print. The back top is the solid. The gusset is the solid. And what else is there? The flap accent is that strip there. I think that's kind of where I'm at. Where did my flap piece go? Did I really think I was done with it? 1 contrast, great. Yeah, I think that'll look really nice because then the middle of the bag is all the floral. The rest of it is the green. I think that'll be nice. The exterior front middle will be that. Flap stripe is going to be that. All right. It does give you exterior and then you're contrasting. If you're like, I don't want to plan it, I just want the pattern to tell me what to do, the pattern does tell you what to do. So you don't have to think if you don't want to. but no one tells me what to do. I feel like light gold hardware would look really pretty with this green fabric as well. I'll cut this over here. That way if I make another strap with this vinyl, I still have the width of the vinyl. Alrighty. There's our gusset, which will very likely need to be interfaced. So I'll go ahead and set that there. This piece, that is all I needed. One contrasting and one lining. And then you're woven if you want. Got a nice little section here. Yeah. If you would prefer, you could cut this piece on the fold, but I think it's nice that she includes the left and the right pattern pieces, so that way if you're a little worried about cutting it, you don't trust your skills, you can do that. So this is A. I'm done with this. And this will be B. All right, exterior front, exterior right, got it. The front middle, I'll go ahead and make it the green because that is behind the slip pocket. So why not? We still have these two pieces and then that front middle. So there's a slip pocket here and then this green. Nice little section for our flap here. Six by 9 flap, cut one. Put that in that pile just in case. Get exterior, back top, back bottom, flap stripe. Gusset, we already cut. So this has actually been a surprisingly quick cut for as many pattern pieces as there are. Feel very confident. I'm not done with the stabilizer yet, but still. So I still have enough of this vinyl that I can cut a whole nother strap, or I could have cut a 4-inch wide strap and it would be fine. And again, for this roll, I want to make sure I keep that available. And this print may not have a direction, especially on the inside. I'm not worried about it, but for the exterior, I do want to make sure that it's going in the same direction. I'm going to use a mixture of fusible fleece and Decaville light. It says one or the other generally, but I'm going to do a little mixing because I want the flap to have a softness to it, and I think the vinyl has enough structure for a flap. So that's my plan. That was my exterior, back, bottom. And so now we're on to pieces that just have a measurement. Okay. Oh wait, oh, I cut my lining, okay. So it's gonna be 6 wide by a height. And then I can go ahead and clip these pieces together because I know they're going to get sewn together at the cutting at the sewing machine. So I'll clip it close to the top, put that in my exterior pile, and that was my exterior front slip pocket contrast. And then we have our flap stripe. What did you call me? So quick glance, we can see, oh yeah, my zipper. That's right. There's that. And we did officially cut all that. So I'm gonna grab my interfacings, organize my table a little bit, and then we'll be finished. Alrighty, here we are. Exterior back stabilizer, I'm gonna want Decoville light. Gusset, I want fleece. Front, light, flap, fleece, back, top, light. And then we've got our strap stabilizer pieces as well. So I've got some good scrap areas here. I'll go ahead and start with my crossbody connector stabilizer. You're cutting that 1/8 of an inch smaller than 1 inch. Same height. If you know you make a ton of bags, it would be really smart to cut a whole bunch of these out of your scraps. So we're just going to center those. Press that for a minute. Not a minute. A couple seconds. Not a minute. And then if you have tape at your cutting table, you can put some tape down the center, and then it's ready to go at your sewing machine. And we can grab our exterior back. You're going to want to center this and press. Couple seconds, not a minute. Done with this ruler. Let's see. Perfect little area for this front stabilizer. Now this front stabilizer gets put on after you piece it together, so you're going to have to be really careful attaching that. Okay, we only needed one of those. Put that away. This is going to go in the bin for later. Let's see. It seems like it would be close, but not quite. Dang it. I can, however, fuse this one This does feel like not quite a blank canvas. There are a lot of ways you could add extra pockets though. Like if you wanted to add a back slip pocket to this, you probably could. I do a quick little press to warm up the stabilizer, and then I press it down for a couple seconds. Give it a little bit. Oh, okay. So that is it for my Decaville light. If you're looking to purchase a roll of Decaville light, it is expensive. I think I purchased this from Wawak. Pretty sure. But I purchased it from, I believe, cereal bag makers as well. Just look at that structure. Let's see. Exterior back top, exterior back bottom, gusset. Okay, we did our connector, we did our front. I don't know why I've just been so obsessed with this lately. This is the Geeky Fleece from Wizardry Stitchery Crafts. It's just a lightweight fleece. It fuses so nicely, has a nice thickness to it, like it's not too much. You don't need water to adhere it like you do with the Thermalam, at least in my experience. I need the water. I'm going to verify with the pattern which piece gets that fleece. Tempted to do both because it is such a lightweight stabilizer, but I think it's the perfect amount of like loft without weight and without being like foamy, you know, has that like foam feeling where you're like not quilter bag, but that is not the vibe for this one. I do love that vibe. It's just not the vibe for this one. Okay, and then this is my gusset stabilizer. Like how far up into that can I go? I have been loving this to make like padded straps because it's not too terribly thick with 2 layers of this. And it's, like I said, it fuses really quickly and easily with my heat press anyway. Although I use the iron for my, like I was fixing a strap that I made too short and it worked well. And then I can use this little scrap here, just kind of cut it into more of a circular shape. And I can use that to stabilize a snap or something later. Haha, that is it. We have done it. That is the Esme bag cutting. Just in time for my alarm to go off to go pick up Dorothy. Yeah, so it was $22.47 for 3 yards of the Geeky Fleece. It says steam or dry heat, so that's cool. I'm going to verify with the pattern, but my gut is telling me to put it on the lining. But we'll see. And then my stabilizer for the base here. Then I can lay that across my heat press so that I get all of that surface area. We'll press it. Yes. Okay, fuse it to the exterior. Oh yeah, I like that. It's just a little something. A little something. So yeah. That's nice. It's a nice boulder. I like that boulder. This pattern does say that it uses a flip lock, turn lock situation. I am terrified of them, but I'm gonna do it because I need to. But anyway, that is that. That's the bag. We're ready to measure, tape, and fold these pieces. Since we're all done with this cut chart, what I'll do is I'll just take a little scrap and wipe that away. I can add notes down here. Oh, I didn't cut my slip pocket accent. Tisk, tisk. And I am gonna do that with that green. I might even have the perfect little section right here. Yep. Measure down the center. And then we'll add some double-sided tape. There we go. So thank you so much for hanging out with me while we cut out the Esme bag from Bagstock Patterns. I am really excited to sew this bag together. I love making Bagstock patterns, and I hope you will join me while we do it. Bye.